Chosen one, pause for a moment and listen carefully. This is not a typical message, and it is not meant to be taken lightly. Before Christmas arrives, before the lights, the music, and the celebrations take over your senses, God is moving in ways that most cannot see or understand. What is coming is not ordinary, and it is not something you were expecting. This season, before the world even notices, God is preparing something for you that will alter your direction, your purpose, and your understanding of what is possible. You may have walked through this year feeling stretched, unseen, or unnoticed. Perhaps prayers seemed delayed, dreams were postponed, or hope felt distant. But those moments were not failures, they were preparation. God is never careless with timing, and every delay has purpose. What feels like waiting has been training. What feels like uncertainty has been refining. And what seems like silence has been the careful orchestration of your breakthrough. Chosen one, the preparations you are about to receive are unlike anything you have experienced, and they are coming at the perfect time, before Christmas, when hearts are most open, yet minds are easily distracted. Many will enter Christmas expecting temporary joy, fleeting excitement, or the comfort of familiar traditions. You, however, are being invited to enter into a season of alignment and revelation. This is a moment that demands awareness, and God is warning you not to overlook it. What is about to unfold will challenge your expectations, shift your perspective, and redirect your focus toward what is eternally significant. That is why this message begins with a warning: do not approach this season passively. Do not enter Christmas thinking everything is as it seems. There is a divine design in motion, and your attention is required to recognize it. You may feel restless even now, as if something is stirring inside you, a tug that you cannot fully explain. That feeling is not accidental. It is the Spirit of God awakening you to what is coming. Chosen one, pay attention to the subtle signs around you, the small nudges, the quiet confirmations, the moments that feel unusual or out of place. These are not coincidences, they are invitations to step into awareness, to see what God is preparing before it fully manifests. In this season, the smallest insight can become the catalyst for transformation. God is preparing something for you that goes beyond material blessing, temporary success, or surface-level happiness. This is a breakthrough of the Spirit, a shift in alignment, a recalibration of destiny. It is designed to elevate you in ways that cannot be measured by human standards. Many will look at the season and see the same old patterns repeating. But you, chosen one, will perceive the new because God is revealing it to you beforehand. This is why preparation matters, why awareness matters, and why attentiveness to divine timing matters more than ever. You may have been disappointed by past seasons, times when prayers were answered partially, moments when expectations were unmet, or circumstances that seemed unfair. These are not signs that God is distant or inattentive. On the contrary, they were essential steps in the preparation of your character, the sharpening of your discernment, and the alignment of your focus. God does not rush preparation, and the things He is about to release for you require a heart that has been refined, a spirit that has been tested, and faith that has endured. Chosen one, the timing of this preparation is intentional. It comes before Christmas because God knows the season can be misleading. The lights, the music, the gatherings, and the joy can easily overshadow spiritual awareness. Many hearts are distracted, minds are focused on temporary satisfaction, and spirits are prone to overlook the divine orchestration that is quietly unfolding. But you are not like most. You are being positioned to see, to understand, and to respond. This is why your readiness matters now more than ever. As you approach this season, be mindful of what you allow into your heart and mind. Guard your attention carefully. Discernment is the key to recognizing what God is preparing. Some opportunities, conversations, and experiences will appear as blessings, but are meant to test your alignment. Others will seem ordinary yet contain the seed of your breakthrough. The difference lies in awareness. God has trained your spirit to perceive the invisible, to sense the timing, and to recognize the voice of truth amidst the noise. You may feel an unusual sense of anticipation, a combination of hope and unease. This is not confusion, it is clarity in disguise. The Spirit is stirring within you, preparing you for the divine revelation that is about to unfold. Do not suppress this feeling. Do not ignore it. Instead, embrace it as confirmation that God is moving ahead of time, orchestrating circumstances that will set the stage for transformation. What is coming is deliberate, precise, and far beyond human comprehension. Chosen one, some of you will encounter situations before Christmas that appear to challenge you, frustrate you, or delay you. Do not be alarmed. These are not setbacks, they are alignments. God is not just preparing an outcome, He is preparing you to receive it fully, without resistance, without confusion, and without distraction. Every moment of discomfort, every test of patience, and every trial of faith has been a part of this preparation. What feels like difficulty now is actually the foundation for your breakthrough. The preparation God is doing is both internal and external. Internally, He is shaping your mindset, refining your emotions, and strengthening your spirit. Externally, He is arranging circumstances, opportunities, and connections that will support the manifestation of what He has been planning. You may not yet see the external signs clearly, but trust that the invisible is already in motion. The unseen realm is active on your behalf, orchestrating events in alignment with divine timing. You may notice that some doors are closing unexpectedly, some people are leaving your life, and some plans are being redirected. Do not despair. These closures are intentional and protective. They are designed to remove distractions, eliminate resistance, and make space for what God is preparing. Just because something ends does not mean it is a loss. It often signals the arrival of something far greater. The key is to remain alert, to remain faithful, and to trust the timing. Chosen one, this preparation also involves wisdom in choices. Before Christmas, you will be presented with decisions that require careful discernment. Some will test your patience. Some will test your integrity. Some will test your faith. Do not rush these decisions. Do not allow external pressure, emotional manipulation, or temporary desire to dictate your actions. Align every choice with the inner confirmation that comes from God's Spirit. This alignment will ensure that you do not miss the breakthrough being prepared. Pay attention to subtle confirmations in your environment. Unexpected encouragements, coincidences that feel divinely timed, and moments of clarity are all signals. God often speaks before events manifest, preparing hearts to recognize the significance of what is coming. Do not overlook these signs. They are the markers of divine orchestration, and responding to them correctly will position you to step fully into the blessings ahead. You may also notice that your expectations are shifting. What you thought you wanted, what you assumed would bring fulfillment, may no longer hold the same weight. This is a sign of spiritual maturity and preparation. God is aligning your desires with what is truly meant for you. The breakthrough being prepared is not superficial, it aligns with your destiny, purpose, and the fullness of God's plan. This is why awareness, patience, and spiritual attentiveness are essential. Chosen one, there is also a warning against distraction. The world will attempt to pull your focus away from what God is preparing. Festivities, obligations, and emotional pressures may feel urgent, but urgency does not equal importance. Learn to discern the difference. What God is preparing cannot be rushed, forced, or manipulated. It unfolds according to His perfect timing, and your role is to remain steady, attentive, and faithful. You are being equipped to recognize not just the preparation itself, but the spiritual principles behind it. Timing, alignment, patience, and discernment are all being refined in your heart. These are the tools that will allow you to navigate the next season successfully. Without them, even the greatest opportunities can be mishandled or misunderstood. God is preparing not just outcomes, but a vessel capable of receiving, stewarding, and multiplying His blessings. As you approach Christmas, notice the quiet moments, the subtle nudges, and the moments of clarity. God often works before the world notices, and He positions His chosen ones to see and act before others even recognize what is happening. Your sensitivity to the Spirit now will determine how fully you enter into what God has prepared. This is why attentiveness, prayer, and reflection are crucial. Chosen one, some of you will be tempted to dismiss these warnings as unnecessary caution or overthinking. Do not. Spiritual preparation is often invisible, internal, and quiet. It requires focus, discipline, and awareness. What seems subtle now will reveal itself as the most critical factor in your readiness. Ignoring it could delay your breakthrough or dilute its impact. God is not just preparing something for this season, He is preparing you for your next season. The alignment, clarity, and readiness you cultivate before Christmas will set the tone for the months ahead. This is a spiritual pivot point, a threshold that must be crossed consciously and intentionally. Your awareness, responsiveness, and discernment now will determine how effectively you step into what is next. Chosen one, remember that preparation is not passive. It requires active engagement. Reflect on your spiritual alignment, evaluate your emotional and mental state, and refine your intentions. Protect your peace, prioritize clarity, and remain vigilant in prayer and meditation. The breakthrough being prepared will not come to a distracted or disoriented mind. It requires focus, intention, and spiritual attentiveness. Finally, know this: God's preparation is meticulous, purposeful, and filled with love. Nothing is random. Nothing is delayed without reason. What is being orchestrated before Christmas is designed to position you for maximum impact, revelation, and transformation. Be ready to receive, to act, and to align. This season is more than celebration, it is divine preparation for the extraordinary, and you, chosen one, are at the center of it. Chosen one, if you thought the preparation was only external, you are only beginning to understand the depth of what is happening. God's work before Christmas is never superficial. It reaches into the deepest corners of your heart, mind, and spirit, arranging circumstances, testing responses, and refining alignment. You may not yet see the full picture, but every subtle shift is intentional, every unusual encounter is purposeful, and every feeling of anticipation is a divine signal. Before the season arrives, pay attention to what stirs inside you. That quiet unease, the restless stirring, or the unexpected pull toward reflection, these are not coincidences. They are invitations to observe, to discern, and to position yourself. The world will rush past these signs, distracted by lights, sounds, and temporary joy, but you, chosen one, are being equipped to recognize the significance before it fully manifests. Awareness now sets the stage for revelation later. Some of you will feel the pressure of obligations. Family gatherings, social expectations, and cultural norms may demand your participation in ways that feel overwhelming. God is asking you to filter these demands carefully. Do not allow the urgency of external voices to override the quiet prompting of the Spirit. The breakthrough He is preparing cannot coexist with distraction, overextension, or emotional depletion. Guard your energy, prioritize your peace, and align your actions with divine guidance. The preparation also involves emotional recalibration. Some relationships may surface unexpectedly, old friends, former colleagues, or past connections. Some will appear to offer comfort, while others may present tests. God is not warning you to isolate, He is instructing discernment. Not every connection is meant to continue, and not every reappearance is meant to stay. Observe, evaluate, and allow your spirit to respond with clarity rather than impulse. Emotional alignment now ensures the reception of what God is positioning for you. Chosen one, the timing of this preparation is critical. Every delayed answer, every postponed breakthrough, and every unanswered question has been part of a larger orchestration. What appears as waiting is actually the careful positioning of opportunities, circumstances, and divine influence. This is why impatience or rushed decisions during this period can undermine what God is arranging. Trust the timing even when the world encourages urgency. The breakthrough being prepared is precise, purposeful, and aligned with your destiny. There will also be moments when you encounter unusual encouragement or confirmation. Small coincidences, subtle signs, or unexpected clarity are not random. They are markers that God is moving in ways unseen. The challenge is recognizing them amidst the noise and activity that accompanies this season. Discernment is key. What may seem ordinary to others can be extraordinary to you if you are tuned to the Spirit. This is a season where past lessons converge with future potential. Every challenge you have overcome, every patience you have exercised, and every faith step you have taken is being factored into the preparation. God is layering wisdom over experience, clarity over confusion, and alignment over randomness. What you have endured was not wasted, it was intentional, and it prepares you for the reception of a new reality that transcends what you could have imagined. Chosen one, there is a warning about superficial joy. Many enter the season expecting fleeting pleasure or temporary fulfillment. God is preparing something far deeper, something internal, transformational, and lasting. This is why he asks you to be awake, attentive, and spiritually receptive. The breakthrough before Christmas is not about what can be seen, touched, or measured. It is about what will transform your life permanently, shaping the trajectory of your purpose, influence, and impact. You may also notice moments of internal tension or resistance. This is not a sign of divine neglect, but a confirmation of growth. The Spirit is refining your awareness, teaching patience, and developing discernment. Challenges that arise before Christmas are not obstacles. They are markers of preparation. How you respond determines how fully you receive what God has positioned for you. Your responses now are as critical as the blessing itself. Chosen one, be careful with emotional reactivity. You may encounter situations designed to trigger old patterns or unresolved wounds. Some conversations may feel urgent, some encounters may evoke past pain, and some moments may test your resolve. Do not react impulsively. Do not allow nostalgia, guilt, or fear to dictate your actions. Observe, reflect, and respond with alignment to the Spirit. Emotional sovereignty is essential for receiving what God is preparing. This season also emphasizes discernment in generosity. Many hearts are inclined to give abundantly, but God is guiding you to give with intentionality. Your energy, attention, and resources are sacred. Overextension in one area can diminish your ability to receive fully in another. Balance generosity with discernment, ensuring that what you release does not compromise your alignment or peace. Stewardship now ensures maximum receptivity later. Chosen one, attention to subtle spiritual signals is crucial. Angels, divine prompts, and quiet confirmations are moving around you. Some of these signs will feel internal, almost like intuition, while others will manifest externally in ways you might not immediately recognize. Be alert, for these signals are positioning you for precise alignment. The more you notice, the more you will be able to step into the season prepared, grounded, and ready for what God is orchestrating. Expect the unexpected. God's preparation often unfolds in ways that defy human logic or expectation. What appears delayed, confusing, or insignificant may, in fact, be the exact arrangement needed for maximum impact. Your willingness to remain attentive, patient, and open will determine the magnitude of the breakthrough you receive. Trust that divine orchestration is precise even when circumstances appear chaotic. You may also encounter moments where your faith is tested, not because God is withholding, but because the breakthrough requires readiness. The heart, mind, and spirit must be aligned to fully receive the manifestation of His plans. Those who are prepared, aware, and attuned to divine timing will experience clarity, direction, and favor that surpass understanding. Those who are distracted, impatient, or emotionally scattered may experience delays. Choose awareness. This is also a season for internal cleansing. Release doubts, regrets, and past disappointments that may subtly anchor your spirit. God is creating space for new manifestations, new revelations, and new alignments. Emotional baggage, unresolved conflict, and lingering attachments can hinder the reception of His preparation. Let go of what no longer serves your spiritual path and create a space for the extraordinary. Chosen one, there will be moments where you feel anticipation building, yet uncertainty persists. Do not interpret this as doubt. It is divine tension, a place where your awareness, patience, and discernment are tested. The space between expectation and manifestation is where spiritual preparation takes root. Those who navigate this space with faith, alignment, and attentiveness enter into breakthroughs without hesitation or compromise. Be aware of relational dynamics. Some individuals from the past may return unexpectedly. Some will appear to offer closure, others may seem to provide opportunity. Discernment is critical. Not every return is intended for continuation. Some are opportunities for reflection, learning, or the completion of unresolved cycles. Engage with awareness and protect your spiritual clarity. Your readiness for God's preparation must not be compromised. The season will also challenge your perception of timing. You may feel as though the breakthrough is delayed or unclear. Do not be alarmed. Divine timing is rarely linear. What appears late is often perfectly aligned with the unfolding of God's plan. The key is to maintain faith, remain attentive, and avoid forcing outcomes. Allow God's orchestration to unfold without interference. Chosen one, this is a time for active reflection. Consider the lessons of the past year, the victories, the trials, and the growth. Recognize the preparation in every experience, no matter how difficult. Each moment has been designed to shape your spirit for what is coming. Reflection is not merely recollection, it is the process of aligning perception, expectation, and readiness with the divine plan. You may notice moments where internal nudges or external signs appear repeatedly. These are confirmations of alignment. The Spirit often repeats messages, symbols, or signs to ensure clarity and readiness. Do not dismiss them. Observe patterns, trust your intuition, and respond with conscious alignment. These confirmations are markers that God is orchestrating circumstances for your highest good. Chosen one, be mindful of your focus. The world will attempt to draw attention to trivialities, distractions, and superficial celebrations. While participation in joy is important, do not allow external pressures to overwhelm spiritual awareness. Guard your attention. Align your priorities with divine guidance. What you choose to focus on now shapes how fully you enter the season and receive what God is preparing. Finally, know that God's preparation is precise, intentional, and loving. Every delay, every test, every subtle sign has a purpose. The breakthrough before Christmas is not accidental, it is orchestrated. Your attentiveness, alignment, and readiness are essential. Enter this season awake, alert, and spiritually receptive, and you will witness a preparation that transforms your life beyond what you can imagine.